stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. In the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Ghetto cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay.
What's up, my good people? This is the AM Wake Up Show. This is Coffee with Rios, #1 morning show in the world. If you don't know, I am the host, Rios. This is the AM Wake Up Show, #1 morning show in the whole wide world. Craig, we are celebrating. Before we get into the celebrations, before we get to celebrating what's going on in LA and what's happening today, Monday in Los Angeles, let's give a special shout out to the Ghetto Cafe for you guys always showing up, you guys always being here. All love, all the time. Appreciate you guys. It's a blessing to be alive. It's a blessing. Every day that we wake up, God gives us another opportunity to be great. God gives us an opportunity to be a blessing in somebody else's life. Okay, with that being said, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. All glory to God. With that being said, I might have on a little bit of Dodger blue. Even though, I am a Yankee fan, but I am an American fan. And we whooped Canada in a amazing way. So shout out to all the Dodger fans, man. All the Dodger fans here in the chat, all the Dodger fans that have showed up this morning, all the Dodger fans that I believe are going to the parade this morning. I believe the parade is today. The Dodgers championship parade is today. Get your coffee, get your tea. Get your smoothie, get your juice, get your water, your lemon water, whatever it is that you get. You smoke that, put it in the air, whatever it is. Get it. Get your morning routine done. Shout out to all the parents out there, all the adults, Adulting 101 to 10 the 10th power, doing your adult shit, being mature, going to work, dropping kids off to school, whatever it is you're doing. Shout out to you, man, being positive and being productive, purposely and positive, purposely productive and positive. Let's go. But yeah, man, shout out to y'all, man. And if you didn't watch the World Series, if you didn't watch that last Game 7, you missed out on an amazing, amazing, amazing game. It was really, really, really good. My wife and my cousin, they have become baseball fans just based off the last. I didn't even turn it on for them to watch until I think the 8th inning. And from the 8th inning is what they saw. And from that point on, they're fans. I broke it down, the whole thing. I broke down what was going on, everything that was happening. I broke it all down for them. And they are, sad to say, Dodger fans now, but they are baseball fans. That's a win for baseball. It's a win for baseball. Sad to say that they're Dodger fans, but they are baseball fans. Shout out to Los Angeles. Shout out to LA. And let's give a special boo shout out to Drake, man. The Drake curse is real. The Drake curse is real. How many, we were talking about this last week, how many of his curses have taken place? Oh, you was rooting for Vlad, Claudette? Oh, Mom Hawk, you was rooting for Vlad Guerrero Jr. Is he Dominican? Yeah, I believe Vlad is Dominican. Hey, he is a baller. Vlad is a baller for sure. He is a baller. He's dangerous. He's a dangerous man. But I was going against Drake the whole time. My whole first motivation was to be against Drake. He jumped in there. He started jumping and dissing Shohei Ohtani and trolling and all that. I was just happy to see them wash the Toronto Blue Jays. Toronto T-Dot, you out. What they need to do, what Toronto needs to do is to trade Drake out of their city. Like, we'll take somebody else. Y'all can have Drake. Grand Rising Ghetto Cafe. What up, Sexy Day? SBLBC. Lakers next. Clippers. Not Cash. Let me see. Because the Clippers are not bad. I think I'm gonna say Lakers have more of a chance than the Clippers. I'm rooting for both of them. You know what I mean? Like, I want both to do well, but I think the Lakers have more of a chance. Yeah, SBLBC. I'm with you, Cash. Supporting the Los Angeles team, supporting the Clippers, new stadium. But I don't know, man. Hey, Cali Bags, you must not be watching basketball, man. Lakers look good. Lakers look good. They do look good, man. Like, legitimately, they look solid. You ain't seen Austin Reeves balling. LeBron, I don't even know if LeBron is even back yet. Here we go. There we go. Get some light up in here, man. I don't even know if LeBron is back yet. But to me, Lakers look good, man. Lakers look real, real good. But shout out to Los Angeles. And let's just keep shitting on Drake, man. He's taken, how many L's has Drake taken this year? Sunshine. No, Sunshine. No. Sunshine, no. I don't think the Spurs are really good. The Spurs are good. But I think once people figure out to try to start bullying Wembyamba, is it Amba or is it Amma? Wembyamba or Wembyamba? Let me see. Well, I'm going to just call him Wemby. Once people start bullying him and like, I'm about to bully this toothpick. I'm about to muscle him out of position. I'm not going to let him get in position. You got to always let him start from the top of the key. You can't let him get pick and rolls and rolling. As he picks and rolls, you got to be pushing that cat off, man. They be playing him too soft for me. To me, they play Wemby too soft. They don't challenge him enough physically, not necessarily at the rim, but just bodying that dude up, man. So Tafashe. Okay, so it's 4 L's. I was gonna say it was 3 L's. So let's see. Drake has taken 4 L's. Lost to Kendrick, lost his lawsuit. Him and Aiden got sued, and Dodgers won. They got sued? Wait, Drake got sued? I don't know if Drake got sued. Drake is getting sued. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I did not know this. Damn, this is... Yeah, he meant Kendrick. That's why I said Kendrick. It's not... It's always... Any team LeBron's on is going to be his team, Cash. He's not the man like how he used to be, but if he's on the team, it's his team. So wait, Drake is getting sued? Oh, shit. I didn't even know about that. I was just saying Kendrick, the lawsuit against the record company, and then this Dodger loss was 3. But Tafashe just dropped the bomb on me. I didn't know he was... Oh, the online gambling.
That's Busiest Music Nerd. I hope you're doing well, and I also hope you're ready for another episode of Why Is This a Thing That Is Connected to the Music Industry? What the hell is going on? This shouldn't even be a topic. Yeah, that's the name of this show. Because now, somehow, one of the latest and biggest headlines to come out of the music industry right now is a class action lawsuit that Drake has been rounded up in along with streamer Aiden Ross because of their spokesmanship and commercial advertisement of the online gambling platform known as Stake, which on this channel we have talked about a lot of different aspects of Drake's career and fame over the last several years, be it stuff dealing directly with his music or the promotion of it, or his beef with Kendrick Lamar, and of course even the lawsuit that came out as a result of that beef, which update on that, apparently Drake and his team are planning to do an appeal on it. I guess I'll dive deeper into that whenever that's necessary. And Stake, believe it or not, has actually been a growing part of Aubrey's brand over the last year or so, with him not only regularly participating in these boring, stupid, mind-numbing gambling live streams where him or Aiden Ross or whoever the hell is around him at the time are just dumping hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars down the toilet on slots or whatever bullshit online gambling games they're being paid to promote.
What a loser! What a loser! Yes! Yes. 4 losses. Tafashe, you're right. Bakersfield Dodgers, Cash?
Anyway, for a while, Stake was kind of like dipping its toes into the water of promoting their platform through Drake. And now the two have become almost inseparable at this point, not only due to those gambling streams becoming more frequent, but also at this point, there's like an untold number of posts on Drake's Instagram promoting Stake and online gambling.
I'm always trying to find a way to up the energy, bigger wins, bigger screens.
Look at this idiot. Oh, is that what the whole drone thing was? Remember he did the drone thing? I like this camera better. This camera looks better to me. Yeah, I like this camera better. That's what the whole drone thing was. Remember when he faked the drone thing in the hotel room? Oh, man. So this is another L for Drake. We're going to take another L for Drake. You right, Tafashe. Tafashe always on it. Cash. Shout out Cali Bag. Shout out Nagwal Arts. Hey, Nagwal, I saw you doing your art. I saw you doing your thing, man. Appreciate you for posting on Instagram. Keep doing it. Keep doing your thing. You're an amazing artist. But yeah, what up, Dogface? I see you up in here. Don Supreme, what up, man? What's going on? It is a ghetto morning, and we over here celebrating the Dodgers. Dogface, close your ears real quick. You know, me and you, we're Yankee fans, but I got to represent for Los Angeles and for America. shitting on Drake. We all, okay, even as just Americans, not even baseball fans, can't we all just come together and say hallelujah to Drake getting washed again? Come on, man. Come on, y'all. Can't we just do that? Can we come together for that? Just flag down a little bit more. Boom. Let's go. Dog face. Come on, man. We got to celebrate a little bit, right? Just a little bit. Come on, man. We got to be able to say W American sports. Right. Come on, Cali Bags. That's what I'm talking about. We can all come together to celebrate that. We all against Drake, man. That's what it boils down to. We all against Drake. Hopefully Tati don't jump up in here. There we go. All right. There we go. I feel like I'm good. I feel like this camera's better. I feel like we're doing a lot better now. Let's see. Gotta get the flag in there though. There we go. Okay. Let's talk about Yasunobu Yamamoto. Yamamoto, 2 days in a row, pitching 2 days in a row. We got to celebrate greatness. Will Smith, 6 World Series in a row. Y'all know that the catcher I'm going to just pull up some highlights, man. Just going to pull up some highlights. We rubbing it in, man. We just going to rub it in, get it going. Drake going to have to deal with it. But where the game changed is when Paez, whatever his name is, got substituted into the game. The center fielder or the outfielder that got subbed in last minute, I think for his arm because he has a stronger arm, got subbed in last minute and came and made an amazing catch. Like, y'all don't know how vicious this World Series was, man. Y'all really don't know how vicious it was. Oh, Lord. I don't want to hear no commercial.
More hits in this postseason than any hitter in any postseason. If he can get one more, his name will live forever. Now Barger's the winning run. Fly ball to left field. Hernandez on the run with Paez over his head. Paez runs.
Dude, that shit was so vicious.
Catch sends Game 7 to the 10th. Incredible. Andy Paez. Into the ball games.
Dude, I saw that live.
This postseason than any hitter in any postseason. If he can get one more, his name will live forever.
I think I should do it like this.
Now Barger's the winning run. Fly ball to left field. Hernandez on the run with Paez over his head. Paez runs him over, makes the catch, sends Game 7 to the 10th.
Ran his own dude over.
Hernandez on the run with Paez
Ran him over.
his head.
Get out of here.
Paez runs him over, makes the catch, sends Game 7 to the 10th.
To the 10th inning, 9th inning.
Andy Paez.
If I'm not mistaken, I think there was 2 people on base at the time. Y'all gonna have to hear this today. Dogface, you're gonna have to hear this today, man. You guys gonna have to hear this today. We celebrating freaking greatness. That was so dope. That dude just got in the game. We're not gonna talk about when he went up to bat. We're not gonna talk about when he went up to bat and what happened when he went up to bat. That's not important right now. We're not here for that. But Yamamoto pitching, Oh, bases was loaded? Wait. Bases loaded? No, I don't think bases were loaded. I think it was 2 on. Oh, I think bases were loaded. Was it? Let me see. Oh, bases were loaded. Bases were loaded.
Is over his head. Rios runs him over, makes the catch, sends Game 7 to the 10th.
Incredible.
Andy Pages, fresh into the ball game, steamrolls his left fielder, who is trying to play Willie Mays. Pages says, "I'm the."
Hey, let me just do that one more time. Thrill of the night. Yamamoto Paez. Will Smith hitting the homer. I am so proud to have been able to watch that game with my wife, my family, my cousins, and the kids, to be able to share that moment, because it's moments like that, it's stuff like that that really turns people into fans. Now my wife and her cousin, my cousin, basically her sister, are now Dodger fans. I'm not so mad about that, because I can't be mad about them becoming Dodger fans because of what they witnessed in their first real time watching baseball. And I'm explaining it T for T. And I called the double play. Babe, Ayana, didn't I call the double play? Wait, say it a little bit louder for the people in the back. I did. I absolutely did. I called the double play to win the game. Mookie Betts. Okay. Now, let me not get too excited. I don't want to look too much like a Dodger supporter. I'm just an LA supporter right now. This is about LA. This is about us beating Drake again. Drake losing the lawsuit. Drake losing to Kendrick. Drake losing Kendrick lawsuit, Dodgers, and what Tafashe just dropped the bomb about him being sued for the stake shit, gambling. When is enough money enough money? Is there never enough? You got a ton of money. These people are so greedy and so hungry for money. They just keep doing shit. But you know what? The more L's, the better. Start calling Drake the L train. Let me give a special dog face. Dog face. Don't disrespect me, cuz I don't know the most about baseball, but I do know shit about baseball. I don't know the most, but I do know about baseball. I'm not the biggest baseball fan. Yes, I'm a Yankee, but that's also by affiliation and by upbringing and where I was at in location and vicinity. I'm a Yankee fan, but I'm from LA, man. And I do know enough about baseball to where I can explain it to some young ladies and get them to understand what's going on. Pitch count, this, that, full house, all that shit, man. Double plays, pop flies, and then Will Smith at the base with the foot. That's the coldest thing. That's how close Toronto was to winning the game. The picture of the dude sliding into home plate with Will Smith's foot coming up and then back down. That's how close they were to winning the World Series. They were this close. Pause, whatever, y'all, man. Whatever, y'all. Like, tired of y'all ninjas. It's gotta be hurtful. Because look, the Yankees. Because right now, as a Yankee fan, the only people that I hate the most. Let me ask Dogface first. We've been waiting on the field goal. Dogface, who do you hate the most as a Yankee fan right now? As a Yankee fan, I just want to see where you're at. Who do you hate the most? Who has the most anger and who owns the most of your hatred towards him in baseball? In baseball. Oh, Icky Ricky, what up, man? I'm sorry, dude. Sorry, but it's Drake did it to you. Drake did it to you. We hate the Red Sox, yes. But I hate the Astros. You a Mets fan? Damn, I feel bad for you and my dad, Dogface. Okay, hold on. Dogface, let's just go through. So are you a New York fan? Is everything New York? Baseball, basketball, and football? Is it New York, New York, New York? Give me your team real quick. Red Sox for sure, but the Astros, I really hate the Astros. Little cheating asses. Sorry for your loss, Ricky, but happy for Drake's loss. Sorry for your loss. Now you guys need to sacrificial lamb Drake. Get rid of him. He joined, you guys were up in the World Series, and then he joined in trolling, and it was over for y'all. From that point. Drake? Hey, man, I'm so happy about that. I was trying to find a picture of Will Smith's foot. And this is gonna be it for baseball talk, for sports talk today. We just celebrating the Dodgers, man. Just celebrating the Dodgers. Oh, you know who? I know who had it up. What is his name? Oh, yeah. Shout out to the Ghetto Cafe, man. Shout out to the Ghetto Cafe. I thought I saw him post something. Oh, no. No. It's the other dude. And then we about to go into Mexico and the assassination of the mayor in Mexico that was bringing attention to the cartel and the violence. We're going to get to that. This is it right here.
2 outs in the 9th inning.
That's how close they were. That's how close they were to winning. Right there. Right there.
2 outs in the 9th inning.
Do you see how close that is? Right there. 100th of a second, maybe. 100th of a second, maybe. They say it's a game of inches, man. Sports is a game of inches. Pause. Right there. That's how close he was. That's how close those losers were to winning. Shout out, man. Shout out. But for you Dodger fans, Rojas came clutch. That was right after he hit the home run to tie the series. Exactly. Rojas, Pages, and Smith, and Yamamoto. Yamamoto got the MVP for sure. He got the MVP. He did some shit that was like just gladiator type shit, pitching 2 days in a row. But Will Smith, I think 96 innings. He catched 96 innings, I think. I think they said he catched 96 innings. I don't know if it was in the World Series, but 96 innings catching. Dude, like that dude, beast mode, beast mode, beast mode. But I know I got some Mexican folks in here. Hopefully I got some Mexican folks in here. How do y'all feel about like the political violence in Mexico and the latest mayor of Arupa, I think Arupa, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it correctly, being assassinated? And not just this latest assassination, but the president running up to 2024 election, I believe there was 37 unalivings of, same lady who saw 37 of her opponent. I don't think it was 37 of her opponents, but it was just 37 political candidates running for position that were unalived. 37? Like, imagine if this, let's just look at it, then we'll get to imagine if this was America. Imagine if it was America and this was happening. Look what happened over Charlie Kirk. But just imagine that's crazy shit, man. The smoking at a Dia de los Muertos event. November 1st, the Dia de los Muertos event or whatnot. So this dude, let's read a little bit. This dude, Carlos Manzo, tried to take on the cartels and spoilers. The cartels won. The real power in Mexico still belongs to the cartels. They're saying that this lady, they're trying to say that she's bought. At first, she was running hard against the cartels, but now they're saying she's turning a blind eye to a lot of things that she's doing. Carlos Manzo was a sitting mayor doing what politicians always promise and rarely deliver, actually confronting organized crime, and lost his life. He had brought it to her attention months ago, and she ignored him, didn't respond. Now she wants to send an investigation into his murder. An investigation I think you might all know. Rescue workers desperately tried to save the life of the mayor. For months, Manzo had pleaded with Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum for help in stopping the cartels. When no action was taken, he spoke out against her when she didn't take any action. And then this.
The president of Mexico is furious. She's calling Mexican Senator Lily Tellez a traitor for coming on Fox Noticias with me a few days ago and saying this. Listen.
The help from the United States to fight the cartels in Mexico is absolutely welcome, and that is how the majority of Mexicans feel. The only ones who don't like that President Trump is sending help and trying to support Mexicans against the cartels are the narco politicians. That includes President Sheinbaum.
Mexican President Claudia Sheinbaum responding, saying, quote, "It's not a minor issue that a senator gave an interview to a foreign media outlet calling for intervention." Here to discuss is that Mexican Senator Lily Tellez. Senator Tellez, welcome to Fox Noticias. I'm just going to get right to it. Is Mexico a narco state?
Yes, it is. And we all Mexicans know about it. And Mexicans are afraid of the alliance.
The president of Mexico is...
Now Gen Z is tripping. But I was bye, baby, love you. Gen Z's tripping. They're tripping because they're saying that she's not doing anything. But to my peoples out here, my Mexican peoples that have connections or that talk to your family or people out there often, is this propaganda? Is this what they're showing? Because this is just on one person's channel, but it's on a bunch of people's channels. It's on the news all over the place. Is this propaganda to make Mexico look bad? I really want to hear from people that are in touch and in tune with what's going on over there. Or is this really going up? Because how can you fake, or how can 37 unalivings of political candidates being unalive be? How much power can a group of people have to be doing that kind of shit? 37, and it's isolated events in different places in a small elections or whatever. But damn. Cash is saying, of course, like Cash is basically saying sarcastically, like, is it a narco state? Like, what kind of question is that? Of course it's a narco state. But this is why I be tripping. I'm tripping like, okay, you're in Venezuela and in the Pacific coast blowing up boats and shit like that. But the people that are struggling and suffering are really like, it's a humanitarian thing. Like, it's not just about fentanyl and all that. Like, these people are suffering over there. They're being run under the boots of some violent people, but I don't really have that much info, and I'm not close to it like that. So that's why I'm asking the Mexican, my brown folks in here, are people south of the border connections, like what is the deal? And is it that is desperate, dire need? And why aren't more? Is this why I don't see a lot of podcasts, a lot of people speaking out against it out of fear of their life? That's the good question. Because if all that is happening, like, I feel like I don't hear a lot of people talking out against that shit. And it's probably because I'm assuming the fear of what the power, you know what I mean? Like, but damn, that shit is crazy. I don't think El Salvador can compare to what Mexico cartel is. I don't think you could compare MS-13 to, I don't even think, I know you can't compare MS-13 to what the cartel is doing. You can't. Sexy Nate, oh man, you going to Mexico? They've been giving warnings, but I say don't live in the spirit of fear, but they've been giving warnings about going out there right now. Cali Bags, but I don't know if their podcasters are getting popped or anything like that. Maybe so, but I'm just saying, like, I don't hear anybody really speaking on that shit. Cash, shit, it's that bad. It's that bad that. Dang, that shit is crazy. But here's Gen Z tripping. But then they did the protest. I think they were having peaceful protests, but then they got hit with the gas bomb, smoke bombs, gas bombs, and the police got involved. But this is just an update on what's going on. Damn. They pissed off. Then it'd be people like, why they so mad? How could they act like that? Look at how y'all was acting over Charlie Kirk. They pissed off too.
Dígale cuántos hay.
Great point, Cash.
Es muy difícil hacer una estimación de cuántos asistentes hay a la marcha, pero yo sí calculo al menos 6,000 personas.
I just want to say shout out and all love to my Mexican people, my brown people out there, black and brown, but my brown people, my people going through this. Like, I don't know what that's like. I can't imagine what it's like living under that kind of shit, but it's all love and prayers to the families and people suffering under that shit. That shit's real, man. It's somebody's, that shit is somebody's real life that they wake up to. Like, we be so far removed here. Like, you know, I'm in my house in LA and just comfortable, but it's people who wake up every day under the fear and the guise of what could happen to them, or as soon as they're approached, it's no saying no. It's only yes. Man, so prayers to the people going through that shit. I don't have the answer to it. Hopefully somebody in here, man. Running with their babies like. Yeah. Do you see that number? Maybe y'all don't. Annually, 30,000 civilians each year. Protester cartel who annually kill 30,000 civilians each year. That's crazy. Claudia Scheinbaum. That last name is funny to me. After 37 other opponents, not her opponents, it wasn't 37 people that were opponents of her. They weren't her opponents. It was 37 people running for position, not for the president, but just unalive by the cartel. She also wants to ban memes in Mexico and jail anyone who makes fun of her for 6 years. Claudia continues to ignore the cartel problem and is punishing anyone for speaking out. Now, is that true? She's punishing people for speaking out? I'm just bringing up the information. I'm telling y'all, I don't know a bunch about this, about her. And I know she stood up against Trump when he was talking about the border and paying for shit, and everybody was celebrating her when she was standing up against Trump and like getting ready to like fight against him, basically like, I ain't doing shit you talking about. But really, what's up with her? My brothers and sisters, my Mexican people, do y'all know anything about her? If so, chime in. But it's shit going on all over the world. 30,000 people killed annually by the cartel. That is disgusting. That's disgusting. Civilians, that's disgusting. Why is that not promoted and put out there and prayers for our Mexican brothers and sisters in Mexico? Prayers for this, but we do prayers for everybody else and this and that. But it's some shit right at our border that's going down on some despicable shit. But no prayers, no call to help and send support for that shit. That shit's right in our backyard. That shit is right there. That's literally, the border is right there. Mexico is right there. Look at what's happening in Sudan. Non-Arabs just being smoked. Non-Arabs just being smoked by the RSF. It ain't religion. It's not a religion thing. The genocide, well, I don't know if they're calling it genocide yet, but I'm going to, because they're cleaning, ethnic cleansing, basically black people in Sudan, Africans, black Africans, non-Arabs, they're just murdering them in the groves, just So much blood, you can see it in the sand from satellite pictures. And like, where's the cry out for that? Where's the cry out for that? Where's the cry out for the brown people in Mexico, the brown people of South America? Oh, you're gonna give 40 billion to Argentina just so you can have a stronghold or have some backing in South America when you want to start taking everything, because you want to take out Brazil, and then the shit with Brazil, the favelas. Let's go from Sudan, then we go to Brazil. We gonna go to Sudan, and then we gonna go to Brazil, y'all. Cash one. And 30,000 are only the ones that are accounted for, not the ones they got tied up in the fields. And this is little as effing 10 years. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, where's the outrage and where's the outcry for that shit? Like, yeah, this shit, how they doing all this shit for the illegal immigrants, how they treating them is horrible, it's garbage. But dude, what about that shit? That shit is like, oh man, okay, hold on. Let's just move forward before I get stuck on that. But it's selective outcry. The selective outcry is what trips me out, man. Let me see. Hold on.
Horrific details emerging out of Sudan as the 2-year civil war reaches a dangerous new phase. Aid agencies reporting new evidence of genocide, citing these photos they say is blood visible from space. Analysts say it's evidence of human bodies all over residential neighborhoods and a hospital after paramilitary rebels captured a key city from Sudan's army. They say verified videos also show evidence of door-to-door mass killings. Our aid groups are warning that these circumstances are putting hundreds of thousands of people in grave danger. Our foreign correspondent Patrick Rios has been following it all for.
Now, I was going back and forth in my DMs with a bunch of people who were like, Rios, why aren't you talking out against the shit in Gaza? Or why you aren't talking out about this and that? I was like, I do my part, and I say, and I share what I know, and I do what I can and talk about it. But I was like, I'm not just singling out what's happening in Gaza, because all across the world, there's shit happening that y'all not talking about. Just like, and one of them was like, why you not talking about Gaza? I said, why you not talking about what's happening in Sudan? Oh, what's happening there? Or why you not talking about what's happening in the Congo? Yeah, you're only selectively having outcry for people that you feel connected to. There's people all over the world, black and brown, that are being tortured, treated inhumanely, treated worse than dogs. And what's happening in Sudan is not something we're unfamiliar with. What was happening in Congo, what's still happening in Congo, what's still happening. There's a lot of things happening that they're not talking about. They don't care about. Because they like, yeah, let them, but the selective outrage, the selective outcry for certain things, and then turning the blind eye to certain shit is like, they're doing this shit to women and children in Sudan. Non-Arabs. They're trying to pull the Muslim Christian. It's culture, it's ethnicity, it's race. Non-Arab.
Boris, what do we know about these claims of genocide and these horrifying images, Patrick?
Yeah, Kira, as you say, really appalling images that have been coming out of the city of Al-Fasher in Sudan's Darfur region over the past few days. Videos showing buildings filled with bodies. As you say, those satellite images also appearing to show piles of bodies. And the reason that a number of experts have been saying that they believe we are seeing genocide here is that they see this as a continuation of the Darfur genocide that you may remember from 2 decades ago, back when this feared Arab militia, the Janjaweed, were burning people out of their villages, killing huge numbers of people, hundreds of thousands of people. Now, amidst Sudan's civil war that's been going on for 2 years, the RSF, the Rapid Support Forces, have captured the city of Al-Fasher after an 18-month siege. And now the fear is that, again, what is being seen is basically the non-Arab population being burned out of their homes, being killed and driven out of that city. And so essentially they're saying, well, what we've heard from researchers is that they see this as the final stage of that Darfur genocide that began 20 years ago. And there are, thousands of people, tens of thousands of people still in Al-Fasher, it's believed. Tens of thousands have also been fleeing. So the situation there, very, very just appalling. And there's real cause to try and persuade the international community to try and do something, Kira.
People are just starting to talk about this right now. I was talking about this shit 2 years ago. Less than 2 years ago, I was talking about this shit. So you might not be here enough to hear me talk about these things, but the despicable behavior of and we were talking about media influence and who controls media, who controls what is being shown, what is being said, controls the narrative. They control the narrative. They control what people have knowledge of. And that's why the race to control these outlets, these Twitters, these TikToks, these Twitches, all these platforms, the race to control them is to control the people and control what you get to have knowledge of and understanding of. This shit's been going on. And I'm just like, it's really got me tripping out just about south of the border. Like, dude, 30,000 civilians every year annually? That's crazy. That's really nuts. I'm not even going to get on who RSF is backed by, who they were being funded by. Take a guess. I'm in the chat. Take a guess. Who do you think the RSF was being backed by? Or who was funding the RSF? Or who has funded the RSF? I'm going to wait a little bit. I'm going to see if you guys can. Don Supreme, exactly. Exactly. And they're trying to clean their act up. They're trying to clean their image up. You know what I mean? Yes, Kingslayer. Kingslayer. Boom. Boom. The UAE. Gold. The UAE, the United Arab Emirates. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing it right. Dude, it's follow the fucking money. Follow the money is the game. Is the game to be played. Follow the money. Follow the money. Supplied with weapons. Supplied with finances and weapons, man.
At an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, members were briefed on the horrors faced by people trying to escape Al-Fasher after the rapid support. At an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, members were briefed on the horrors faced by people trying to escape Al-Fasher after the rapid support forces took over the city.
Those able to flee, the vast majority women, children, the elderly, face extortion, rape.
King Slayer. Let's talk Jared Kushner. Let's talk Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Violence on the perilous journey. Young men have been abducted or killed on the road. Large numbers of people prevented from leaving the area.
Shout out Lil Hazy. Shout out to
The council
Glasgow,
meeting
Scotland.
comes
Stay
after the
safe,
Saudi
everyone. Stay
maternity
safe too.
hospital was attacked by the RSF, with reports of hundreds of people killed, many by execution.
Communications have been cut off. The situation is chaotic. In this context, it is difficult to estimate the number of civilians killed.
Sudan's ambassador to the UN blamed the United Arab Emirates for the violence and called the paramilitary RSF its regional proxy.
Everyone knows that the Abu Dhabi regime continues to play the worst role in Sudan by equipping the RSF with armament and other resources aiming to continue the war. The RSF works 100% through the direction of the UAE, and many press reports have confirmed this and revealed the magnitude of the UAE involvement and magnitude of crimes in Al Fasher, and they lay squarely on the shoulders of the UAE.
It's an allegation firmly rejected by the UAE ambassador.
It is an absurdity that one of the warring parties can carry on politicizing this forum by disseminating false and baseless allegations. This is a party that is directly responsible for the devastation of its own country. A party that has a record of obstructing peace efforts and refusing to agree to an immediate ceasefire.
What does that sound like to y'all? What does that sound like to you? You didn't do what we wanted you to do. You didn't do what we suggested and how we wanted it to go in your country. So you don't listen. Then we will infiltrate, support, do what we got to do to take control or to take over or to cause chaos. It's like a play, not just isolated for us individually in the States. They run that play all over the world. Cause chaos, infiltrate, cause chaos. That's exactly what those sugar-coated words to me sound like. I'm trying to read between the lines.
A party that has systematically expelled UN officials in a pattern of intimidation and interference in the UN's life-saving work.
So where does the Security Council go from here? Already in Darfur, there is an arms embargo, but it's not enforced. Some council members said that now needs to change. And Sudan is under Security Council sanctions. Some council members say now that needs to expand. Gabriel Zondo, Al Jazeera at the United Nations in New York.
Now, do you guys remember when I was talking about Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso? Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso, and how we came out, our country came out saying that Burkina Faso is the melting pot for the worst terrorists in the world. They're the next melting pot for the terrorists of the world. Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traore, trying to control what's their own and kicked out France. Kicked France out of the whole. You know, France is crumbling right now. Do you know why France is crumbling right now? Because instead of them investing in proper shit, instead of investing in like how Germany invests or the other countries in Europe or whatever, they solely thrived off of other people's resources and loaning them money for their resources and doubling the debt. Like, oh, you interest is double, this and that. But once they got kicked out of these countries, out of Africa for these resources that they need, they are crumbling right before our eyes. France crumbling. You see how like they taking money from Haiti. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we lost the Dominican Republic. We lost so much money, so now you owe us. France is crumbling because of what Ibrahim Traore is doing and kicking them out. And people are like, oh man, he's still dealing with Russia. You still have to deal with people to help with infrastructure. You can't just do absolutely everything on your own. But when you kick the bloodsuckers out, the ones that are poisonous, venomous bloodsuckers, you kick them out and say, we're not dealing with you no more. And now they're creating an alliance. Let me show y'all. And America sees this shit happening. They see the power being lost. They see it. That's why they're going into South America. They stop. You know what's the dirtiest shit not the dirtiest shit that they've done, because we've done some dirty shit. But stopping the connection between Africa and South America. Not stopping that alliance between Africa and South America, Chavez and Gaddafi. Venezuela and Africa supporting each other. They stopped that. Man. I'm trying to do a short video. Okay, here's a shorter video. So right now, 8 nations have joined Traore's vision, right? But let's do this one. This one is about Niger, Mali, and
Burkina Faso, Mali, and Niger say that they are withdrawing from the International Criminal Court. The 3 West African countries accuse the ICC of being a, quote, instrument of neo-colonialist repression, saying that it only targets less privileged countries. They said they will no longer recognize its authority. Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso are all led by military governments, and those 3 governments have said that they will set up what they called indigenous mechanisms in its place. Al Jazeera's Nicholas Hack reports from Dakar in Senegal.
An instrument of neo-colonial repression in the hands of imperialism. Those are the cutting and strong words used in a joint statement from the Sahel countries. They say that the International Criminal...
And Traore Ibrahim, Sir President Traore, well, I don't know, General President Traore Ibrahim Traore, he's young dude, inspiring other African countries to see how much he's done within the little amount of time. Like, dude, we have to come together and be our own support. This is what I'm saying right here.
Court delivers selective justice, a feeling shared by other countries in Africa where there seems to be a disproportionate amount of Africans being prosecuted at the ICC. There's been former heads of states, politicians that have spent years in detention to be then released without charge. Now, in the statement, they say that the ICC seems incapable of prosecuting obvious crimes against humanity, war crimes, but also crimes of genocide, clearly pointing the finger to Israel without mentioning them by name. And so this statement from these 3 countries to wanting to leave the ICC comes just as weeks ago a delegation of Republican senators visited Ouagadougou, the capital of Burkina Faso, where there was discussion over the ICC
Mali,
membership.
Niger.
Now, the United States is not a member of the International Criminal Court.
Niger, I say
and
Niger.
So these 3 countries now, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger, say they will create their own tribunal to try their own crimes of human rights violation away from The Hague, but on their own soil. Nicholas Hawke, Al Jazeera, Dakar.
Maxine Rubin is a postdoctoral research fellow at the German Institute.
Cash. Yeah, like I get what you're saying, but it's human nature. There's always going to be opposition to no matter what you do. There's always going to be opposition. But when the opposition is not allowing for the indigenous, the original people to thrive, and it becomes now the reason why it is because there is no stronghold. There is no strong force within Africa. It's so divided and segregated by country to country. So many countries in there. if they start building these alliances where we are protecting our own people, it will be better. And when they start, and I don't care what anybody says, when you can generate your own money and resources and you don't have to go to France for a loan and you don't have to go to these other places for loans, when you say, why the hell are we asking you for money when we got the shit? Basically, we got the dope. Why do we need you to cook it up? Get you out the way. I'm sorry for using that reference because I'm ignorant, but I'm just saying, get rid of the middleman when you got the product. You don't need no protection. Build your protection. There is no black country with nuclear weapons. There's no, like they won't, I'm not even gonna get into that. I'm not even gonna get into that. I don't know how true this is. Whoever gets Venezuela, whoever gets Venezuela, and somebody made a good point in here earlier. I'm sorry I didn't say something about it. Who was that? A floss dog. Everyone on this live should aim for a BRICS visa citizenship. Also keep U.S. but gain more passports and tax-friendly and peaceful. BRICS is I've been arguing with Manny for a long time. Not arguing, but just disagreeing and having points or whatever about BRICS and how they are slowly taking control. But whoever gets Venezuela and that shit ton of oil, I'm telling y'all, a lot of this shit that's going on is based off of Venezuela. They've been doing this shit before Bush. Trump came in and said, when I left, we were primed to take over Venezuela. Now we're being nice to them and this and that. Venezuela is key. South America is key. Africa is key. Guess what? Black and brown are key. Damn, I think it is true.
Picture the Sahel at sunrise. Red dust.
So Venezuela troops and Cuban troops in Burkina Faso in support.
Dust swirling, the air thick with the promise of change, and the distant echo of drums being replaced by something new. Whispers turn into headlines, suggesting an unprecedented sight. Cuban and Venezuelan boots hitting Burkina soil for the first time. The narrative is potent, a cinematic vision of South-South solidarity in action. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the young leader of Burkina Faso, appears to be flipping the grand chessboard of global influence, welcoming soldiers from Havana and Caracas. This isn't just a diplomatic handshake. It feels like a loud, unapologetic breakup text with the old colonial playbook. However, while the story of a pan-revolutionary military front captures the imagination, the reality on the ground is more complex and, in many ways, even more significant. The confirmed arrivals are not from the Caribbean, but from Russia, whose Africa Corps personnel began setting up in Ouagadougou in January 2024. Yet the spirit of the initial rumor holds a deeper truth. Burkina Faso is indeed forging a new coalition of the sanctioned, a network of nations long defiant of Western dominance.
And you know what? They will tell you, tell us, tell me, tell him, what are you doing? Go back to the way it was. Because wasn't it working so good for you? Which it wasn't. But it was working good for the person, the people telling you what to do with your country. Hey, go back to this. And that's when they throw infiltrators in. That's when they throw, it's a terrorist cell. This is a terrorist state. It's a this and that. When you start trying to do for yourself and do better for yourself, but it takes away from those that want control, They say, why don't you go back to where it was or this and that? You're doing all this. This is dangerous. But what has it done for us doing what we've been doing the last 30 years? The last dude that was trying to do what Ibrahim was doing, they took him out and replaced him with one of their puppets who gave everything back to France. Before that, they was getting rid of that shit. He was standing up. I forget the brother's name, but he was standing up against the forces. They took him out and replaced him with their own puppet and gave everything back to France. All the work that he did, they erased it and went back to giving France everything and lined his own pockets instead of taking care of his people. We got to keep a close eye on this shit, this BRICS shit, this Venezuela shit, this Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger shit, Africa waking up, China, Russia, Brazil, Russia, India or Indonesia, China, and South Africa. It's a lot of shit happening right in front of our eyes. And if Trump was fighting cartels, for real fighting cartels, he wouldn't be in Venezuela. He'll be right at his border fighting cartels. Be right there if that's really what he cared about. But I don't. What I think he cares about is starving people out and having lucrative ass celebrations while people are not being able to feed themselves. Great Gatsby theme party. Eating good. How much a plate y'all think that is? How much you think a plate there costs? How much a ticket to go there? How much do you think that shit costs? How much do you think a plate there costs? Why y'all trying to shit on black women, talking about black women are face of welfare and this and that, this and that. But look at how you're living. Two bands at least, huh? Don Supreme, 2 bands minimum. I think that dude behind him was like, they caught him turning into a reptile. Look how gray he is. Unless he had on the costume. I think he was transforming before he didn't know they was taking a picture of him. Look at right behind Trump. The dude was all gray and shit on his face. It's Saki, the average American salary, right? I understand celebrating. I understand having a good time and living your life and this and that. I understand that. But the optics of that, the government is shut down right now. The government is shut down. They've stopped a lady from being inducted into her position for the longest ever. There's people out there without medical insurance that's about to go through the roof. Medical insurance is going to go through the roof without Medicaid that's making decisions on what medicine they're going to do. Got children and families trying to figure out how they're going to eat. But I tell you what, if y'all don't know, if you guys know some people that are hungry, that are trying to save some money, Costco has rotisserie chicken for $4.99. I was just there yesterday. Big old rotisserie chicken, $4.99. I'm not saying it's the most healthiest meal, but it's $4.99. And it can feed, a rotisserie chicken can feed a family of what? Do you think guys like 4? A family of 4 maybe? For dinner with a salad? Shit, do that. $6 7 times a week. Like if it's really rough, you're just gonna have to eat the same shit. Rotisserie chicken this, rotisserie chicken that. But $4.99 is better than buying a burger and some fries. Costco has some really good prices on certain things. Some of that shit is super expensive, but while he's smiling like this and having lavish celebrations and dinners and girls in martini cups, glasses, we trying to figure out how to get people rotisserie chickens. How to help. They just living their best life. Cut Icky Ricky, cut it up, make sandwiches. But think about it, $4.99, $35 a week for 7 days. You know what I mean? $35. $140 for a month. $140 for a month for rotisserie chicken every day. Yeah, you're gonna get tired. It's gonna be like you're gonna be tired of the taste or whatever. But sometimes you gotta go through some rough shit that is not caused by you, but the situation is what the situation is, man. But just get that word out. If y'all didn't know, now you know. $4.99, less than $5 for a rotisserie chicken. And my father said they lose money on the rotisserie chickens. They lose money on every rotisserie chicken that they sell. They lose money. Cash one. That's what I'm saying. And you'll be healthy. Chicken and salad. Chicken and salad. Your kids might be like, shit, I'm tired of this. But shit, this is what we got, babies. Your husband might be tired of it. Your wife might be tired of it. But look, let's get healthy. We focused on let's look at the cup half full instead of half empty. We just gonna lose some weight, get healthy, eat better, more salad based, and chicken. I don't know, man. Thank you, Little Nerd 31. I appreciate you. But get that word out there. And let me see if I can look that up, actually. Yep, the price is $4.99. Yep. Hold on. This is the one that I got right here. They got some. That's in 2024. That's too old. I need to find something that's more recent. That's 20. Damn, it's been like that since 2021. 2019 has been the same. I just found this out. You know, my wife be doing all the shopping, but damn. Let me see what this lady's saying. Hold on. My bad, y'all. Dang it. I don't know if it's the most healthiest, but you need to eat. You need to eat. I was trying to find a picture with the price. But that's just a little information for y'all, man. Just a little bit of information about that. People are hungry. And if you guys can help, you know what I mean? Like if you guys know anybody that is on, that needs assistance, that needs help, just, lend a helping hand or even share a meal. It goes a long way. Hold on, you guys. I'm looking up this other thing. because I said we were going to talk about Sudan, and now let's talk about, I don't know if I spent enough time on Sudan, but let's talk about Brazil and the favelas. 133, I might be saying it wrong. 100 plus people unalived in one raid, the largest unaliving of people during a raid. $121 is what they're saying in that one.
Now to Brazil, which is witnessing the deadliest police operation in its history. More than 130 people have been killed. The operation was launched against a violent gang, but it seems innocents have died as well. The raids happened in Rio de Janeiro. The target was one of Brazil's biggest criminal gangs, but the scale of violence has shocked the country. There's drone footage. It shows bodies lined up at the city's Medical Legal Institute. Officials say that they seized drugs and weapons, but critics say this was not a victory. This was a massacre. Apparently, Brazil's president, Lula da Silva, was not even informed about the raid.
Oh, shit.
Now the country's Supreme Court has stepped in. The United Nations has condemned the killings, and families in Rio are still coming to terms with the horror. Here is a report.
This is the Medical Legal Institute in Rio de Janeiro.
Ooh, it's hard to watch some of this shit. I hate watching people in, like, but it's a must watch because this is what some people are dealing with. Like, we deal with our first world shit. We deal with first world problems, first world traumas and things. I'm not trying to minimize or be dismissive, but we have to also keep our eyes open to other people that are going through a lot of shit, going through a lot of painful shit around the world. It's not just here in America. It's not just fucked up. Like, literally here in America, our shit is questionable, but our standards of living are so far above everywhere else. Not everywhere, but a lot of these places that are going through some crazy shit that would never happen here. Like, we get to complain and get to have the talking from a pedestal or higher up looking down like, oh, well, this is horrible. We got running water, we got electricity, we got this, we got that, we got hospitals and this. There is nowhere where they would do this. That would this would spark a civil war. For real. Like these people, like 132 people it's just a city, in a city.
Narrow. And these are the bodies of the victims who were killed.
And I'm not saying I think that everybody who was taken out was innocent and didn't have anything going wrong.
Under white sheets, others still being identified. From above, the scale is clear. It began as a police operation, but it has now become the deadliest raid in Brazil's history. 132 people are dead. And now critics are asking, how did it go so wrong? This happened in Rio de Janeiro, in the city's low-income neighborhoods, known as favelas. The raid was planned for months. It was supposed to target one of Brazil's most powerful gangs, the Comando Vermelho, or Red Command. They deal in drugs, weapons, and often resort to extortion. And they've been expanding into new areas. So, 2 days ago, around 2,500 police officers and soldiers moved in. They came on foot and in armored trucks. The plan was to push gang members into a forested area where special forces were waiting in ambush. Gunfire broke out.
That shit is
what
crazy.
Followed was chaos. By
Look at
evening,
that.
Dozens of bodies were found across two.
That's bodies lining the streets. That's not even the people that went to jail or the people that got arrested. That's the bodies just lining the streets. Like, what'd you do? Just go in, just spraying it? Like you can't. it can't be possible that you did the correct thing in every room that you swept. Like you swept, did every single one of them have a weapon? You swept every building the proper way? Or you just went in firing? I don't know. I'm just making assumptions, dude. This shit is crazy.
Neighborhoods, Pena Complex and Alamao Complex. Some of the victims were gang members. But locals say many were civilians were caught in the crossfire. Families laid bodies out in the streets.
Because think about it, you guys. Whatever weapons that they're using, I feel like I saw them holding some weapons, the police or whatever. You think that they're hitting their target every time? Every bullet is hitting their exact target? Or they're not grazing them and going through walls and hitting this person on this side? This is the favelas. It's not made out of the most structurally sound, bulletproof shit in the world. You think that they're unloading on 132 people that they unalive? That's just the bodies. How many bullets were involved in the unaliving of that? How many bullets didn't hit the target? How many bullets went through walls? Like you can't do that safely. There's no way. You can't do that safely. And you see how close they live and how on top of each other they live? Yo, everything ain't hitting its target. I don't give a damn who you are.
Protesters gathered outside the state government offices, chanting, "Assassins."
That's my flag in the back. That's Afro-Puerto Rican flag. That's my flag. Black and Puerto Rican. I'm black and Puerto Rican.
The governor
African
of
American
Rio
Puerto Rican.
called
It's
it,
my flag.
and it, quote, a historic success.
Look at those weapons.
He says 118 weapons and more than a ton of drugs were seized.
In yesterday's battle, the police emerged victorious. I repeat, our 4 victims were the 4 police officers killed. The rest were criminals. It wasn't our intention to kill anyone. We wanted to arrest them.
Oh, my bad. I'm not even looking at it for you guys. My bad. I'm so sorry. Do you guys hear what this fool just said? Did y'all hear what he just said? Wow.
Weapons and more than a ton of drugs were seized.
In yesterday's battle, the police emerged victorious. I repeat, our 4 victims were the 4 police officers killed. The rest were criminals. It wasn't our intention to kill anyone. We wanted to arrest them all alive. But it was retaliation.
But human rights groups are calling it a massacre. Brazil's president, Lula da Silva, said he was horrified. He wasn't even informed about the operation beforehand. Now the country's Supreme Court has ordered Rio's
Rasta Pasta, you ain't telling me shit. Nigga, I know what's in Puerto Rico.
Governor to explain how it happened.
President Lula was shocked by the number of deaths in Rio de Janeiro. He was also surprised, to some extent, that an operation of this scale was launched without the federal government's knowledge or involvement.
This gang, Red Command, was born inside Brazil's prisons. Today,
Burnt out. You think
they
there's going to be
control
retaliation?
entire neighborhoods, including parts of the Amazon.
Because, like, let me say, do you think, okay, so of course there's going to be people mad. Of course there's going to be people that are going to want retaliation. But do you think that this was a display of force to say, hey, we ain't playing and we will come back and take care of business? Is this a way to quiet people? Or do you think that this is something that is going to have them act up? Like this is going to create a backlash and they're going to come back against it? Or is this something to simmer them down and quiet them down? What do you think the outcome will be? When you go in within such force and unapologetically go in and say, all of these people that we were taking out, all of them were criminals. Oh, we don't apologize for anything that took place. This was righteously done. Doesn't that like put something in your head like, damn, these motherfuckers did this dirty, wrong shit, evil shit, and they're standing on it like they were right. And there's no repercussions for them just unaliving us, just coming through, mowing us down. Is that a message like we can do whatever we want? Or is the message going to be taken as in, we got to get control now. We got to do something against him now? Because, dude, that's unchecked aggression. 132 people is not a small number. That's not even the injured. That's just the ones that's gone. That's not even injured. That's not even arrested. That's just unalived. What does that tell the people of the favelas? Like, hey, they don't value our life at all. What are we going to do? They don't care. They don't value us. They could do whatever they want to us. We have no, or is it going to be an uprising? Is this something that will bring them together to uprise against? I don't know. Because you can say one thing, like being on the outside looking in, but that means like people lost multiple family members. Like that shit, and at the hands of the government, that shit is incredibly cold.
But this raid has reopened old wounds.
Oh shit.
Brazil has a long history of violent police operations in favelas, but rarely are the death tolls this high. The last time anything similar to this happened was back in 2021, when a raid left 29 people dead. This time, it's more than 4 times worse.
Cash, I know that, but if you don't see the common theme of it getting worse and less value put on poor life, if you can't see that they're more blatantly doing it, like not hiding shit, they're more brazen to do things. They're not questioning. They're not being apologetic. They're doing this shit all over the world, just like, fuck it, I don't care. The more cameras, more drone footage, more, ain't stopping shit. We about to get cracking. If you can't see that the value is going down and they don't give a damn more and more right now.
Schools were shut. Universities canceled classes. Shops pulled down shutters. And people in the favelas are asking, who's protecting us? The United Nations has condemned the violence.
Carter, I see you.
Brazil heads into elections next year. And national security is already one of the top issues. Nearly half the population believes violence has increased since Lula returned to power. The Brazilian government says it understands the need to fight violent gangs. But critics say,
Cash, I've been with you all day. Don't start saying shit that we all know we gotta die. But do we want to die like that?
hey, raids like these may be creating more fear than security. The question now, was this justice or just another tragedy?
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Fuck. No, I don't want to say just imagine. But as we sit comfortably in our homes, in our houses, in our apartments, our jobs, whatever it is, while we eat a sandwich or go to our hospital visit or this and that, like, there's people out there with a lot less, struggling, going through some real ass shit out here in this world. And we got to be empathetic and we got to sympathize with these people, man. Like, and be really, the moral of the story is like being grateful for what we do have. Like, yeah, we do take time to like shit on stuff that sometimes we can shit on what we have because we get so comfortable and we take it for granted. Just our life in general, life here in the States. We take it for granted and just, oh, this is horrible, this is horrible, this is horrible. But when you turn your eyes to look at shit that's happening outside of your small circle and like what's happening in the world, it should make you appreciate what we do have. And I'm not saying don't fight the good fight or don't stand up to injustice. Yeah, there is unjust and unfair shit that happens here. But I'm just saying that there's good here as well. we have created, and there is good. It's not all bad. Ask these people from these other places if they would like to switch places. Would you like to switch places with somebody in the favelas? Would you like to switch places with somebody in Sudan right now? Would you like to switch places with somebody in Mexico or in South America that's under the boot of the cartel? Or a criminally run police department or criminally run government? Yeah, our shit is fucked. But let's look at around the world. We have to thank God for what we do have. We got to thank God for what we've been blessed with here. And yeah, a lot of shit is changing. A lot of shit we don't agree with. But I have a comfortable ass pillow that I lay on. I have power. I have water. I have food. Yes, shit can get difficult at times. But in comparison, who you trading with? And I pray that things change for the better across the world. I pray that all the time. But from what I'm seeing, I'm trying not to let doubt creep in, let self-doubt creep in, or doubt about humanity creep in. But greed is such a prevalent thing in the world. Greed is so active in the universe, in the world, in the energy, in the atmosphere. Greed. Like, I want more than what you have. I actually want your land. You don't look like me, and you don't deserve to be here because you're not in this story. You're not in that book, so I don't even value you. Oh no, we're the originals. Oh no, I'm the one. Oh, we're this. We deserve this over you. All over the place. So it's hard to it's a constant battle to not let those seeds of doubt, or those seeds that can cause you to look at your neighbor or people across the ocean or across the pond and look at them with disdain. And just like, well, too bad for you. I got this over here. You get what's happening in Jamaica. And I don't know if you guys, I don't know if you guys saw the last syndicate that we did, the syndicate last Friday, but it's a great episode. And I vaguely touched on the Jamaican hurricanes, the Cat 5 that hit Jamaica, and how Jamaica had the 2030 vision, which they were trying to have a smart city. And like the coincidences of these smart cities, that these people that are trying to build out these places into be a smart cities or to be moved into the future with technology are being hit with these crazy natural disasters. I'm just going to look it up. I haven't even looked it up, a video. I want to see what the videos of the 2030 vision for Jamaica was before the hurricane hit. I don't want to see it after. I want to see if I can find videos that not 5 days ago. I need months ago. Okay, let's see what this is.
In today's video, I want to talk about Jamaica's Vision 2030 plan, focusing on progress and prospects. Hi, I'm Artsy, and this is our development series where we focus on developments taking place in Montego Bay, Jamaica, and across the world. If you're interested in these types of videos, they're simple yet profound to make Jamaica the place of choice to live,
Mel Strain, that's what I'm saying,
and do business. Jamaica is not the only country that has a Vision 2030 plan. In fact, this plan is an ambitious global initiative aimed at achieving sustainable development and improving the quality of life for people around the world by the year 2030. This comprehensive plan involves a series of targets and goals, often aligned with the United Nations.
Ty Flow, my bad. not natural. Possible, not natural. I said natural. I'm going to say disasters. I'm going to say disasters. My bad. UN, United Nations. It almost reminds me of USAID. Like
Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, to address critical issues such as poverty, inequality, health, education, economic growth, and environmental sustainability, and has been adopted by many countries across the world. Now, I did a deep dive into Vision 2030 Jamaica a year or two ago, and you can check that out if you're interested in learning a bit more.
Westside Laurent.
Now let's get into progress and initiatives. The Vision 2030 Environmental Sustainability. Jamaica is taking steps to protect its natural beauty. Initiatives to manage waste, promote recycling, and reduce carbon footprints are taking place. We want cleaner beaches, cleaner streets, healthier forests, and communities and businesses working together to preserve the environment for future generations. And I want to make an important point here. Both economic
there goes that blue
and environmental
there goes that blue
important. And I will argue that environmental stability is even more important than unconscious
sustainability. Remember,
what we don't
What was interesting was that Loving Deer released Wild Gilbert. And you know what happened after that? You don't have no roof. Everything in the song was true, but we Jamaicans were dancing after a hurricane. And if you look on that, it's one of the worst hurricanes in the 20th century. And we Jamaicans were celebrating and dancing. But what I mean is it showed everything about the Jamaicans.
But are you going to be?
So I know.
Are you going to be celebrating? Like, this is what who is going? Remember we say follow the money, right? Follow the money, follow the money. Who are the benefactors? Who are the contractors? Who getting the deals? Who's getting the property? Who's buying the land? Is the same shit out here in LA? With the fires that just happened out here in LA? Follow the money. Who's getting the contracts? Who's getting the land? Who's getting the property? Maui? South, let me see something. I don't know if you guys know about this. Shout out to Sexy Nay, appreciate you. Cash One, greed is not from within or from without. Greed is everywhere. It's everything. Everybody has greed. About South Carolina, they got hit with a hurricane. Then supposedly lithium ion was found, and then all this. But really what I think it was some environmental shit happening for these companies that were doing shit wrong. Because my cousin, is it in South Carolina? Or no, somebody I knew from South Carolina was talking about how bad some of these farming places and these pig and meat processing and centers, they were using in their recycled water that they were watering the grass with was like shit and pig shit all involved in it. And every morning on certain days, it just stunk around these areas because the water they used was like recycled shit water that they were just trying to get rid of the shit. But I thought that the hurricane and the cleanup was when all that environmental shit was happening. They got, man, I don't know. I don't want to say that shit.
Started it. So. Yeah, so we just moved here 2 years ago, and so we kind of wanted to do the whole, like organic raising and homestead. And so it's not
Agreed,
even
Cash.
like a mile, right? It's like right across the street, and it's like maybe 200 feet where they're gonna start building the fence. So like for sure, like we will see it.
So we're at a stage where we actually don't know what we're doing because we don't really have an option of moving right now, especially with the economy and inflation and everything. And like we go back and forth on this so much, right? Because we definitely do not want to live here if they do come through. We don't want to raise our kids here and risk everything. And so we don't really know what we want to do or what we're going to do,
I mean, if you look at the diagram that they have, then you can see the property line, and that's where it is. And
over here's a section where I'm still trying to teach them how to fly outside the loft zone.
Oh shit, Bunchy, I didn't even know that.
Hey guys. Number 20, 21, and I think number 9's in the back there. Those. See, my cows are mad right now because they want to move into the other field, but I'm making them wait till the rain lets up in the afternoon because I have to re-fence a certain section. And they taught the mothers how to break down fences. So and they will provide jobs for a period of time. They've even said it, I believe 10 to 12 years, maybe 15 at the most, lifespan for the project. And they'll leave with billions and then the jobs will be gone.
Yeah.
And maybe the farms will be gone.
When they first started this, they said they're going to put a solar farm right here. Oh. And that would power the whole thing. Well, I did a little bit of research on it.
Guess who owned those damn companies? Not us. Not us. Not us.
And that wouldn't have gotten the first machine running. I mean,
Fighting it.
Thank you.
Don't worry.
I'm glad you're fighting it.
And it ain't just South Carolina. It ain't just like some shit that's over here, over there. It's Los Angeles. Los Angeles too. It's some sketchy shit happening. And guess what? They all getting rich like fat cats, man. Where there's money, there's evil. Where there's opportunity to make money, there's evil around. And what they'll do to make money has no means, man. Like has no ceiling. They'll do all kinds of ugly shit. They don't value you or me. They value currency, dollar, currency, money, resources. That's what they value. Human life, we're just like a battery to them. We're just a labor force. If they can get rid of a bunch of us, they would. It would make sense for them. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense to them. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. There's like I'm trying to think of Walith. There's a thing that Muslims do called Walith or something where they create businesses. I'm getting the word wrong. Where they create businesses that give back to the community. It's self-sustainable businesses that give back to the community. What they make in these businesses, in these grocery stores, liquor store, whatever they have, it goes back into the community. What is it called, Walith? I don't know what it's called. Hold on, I'm trying to see if I can figure it out. Let me see, you guys. I'm trying to find something real quick. Not halal. Zakat. Zakat. Like where it's super not capitalistic. It's I'm gonna pull it up right now. I don't know. It's just Zakat. Dang it.
One of the questions is here regarding zakah now is being used for other than that what Allah. So I don't understand what the question is saying.
Yeah.
But from what it seems like they're saying is that zakah has certain purposes.
Yeah.
Are the purposes to help the ummah? Is it a local zakah only? What are the purposes of zakah? Because the brother's asking, I don't think.
I'm gonna look more into this today and bring it up tomorrow, Zakat. But I'm trying to figure out, because I asked a question to the community, to the Ghetto Cafe, like what is something you can look at that is working as like economically, like that gives back to the people that the people appreciate or whatever. And I was looking into, and I was Zakat, and it was one more, can't think of. But this is before I get out of here, because I'm coming up on 2 hours right now. At 2.5 of their wealth above me. That's like, no, that's like the Kai is like tithes. No. No, it's not Zakai. It's something else. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna bring it up tomorrow. It is like Zakat is like tithes, like charity, not Zakat, Cali bags. It's something else, and I can't think of it. But it Cali, it's like it's like a business that you start. It's a business that in the community that all the proceeds go back to the community, go back to the economy. Like anything that's profit is given back to like schools, to hospitals or daycares, or it makes money, and it's set forever. It can't be purchased, and it can't be moved from one party to the next party. Once this is established, it's a part of the community forever. And it sustains itself. Money goes back into it so that the grocery store can remain what it is and get the produce to sell to the people, but also what it's set up to pay for into the economy, into the community, is set forever. I can't think of what the hell that, maybe you might know, Callie, I don't know, but I'm going to look it up more and talk about it tomorrow, because that's the opposite of greed, right? Like that's the opposite. Like what do people do to give back or to sustain? Build things that give back to the community. And I can't think of Waqf. Callie. Let's go. There it is. Oh man, Callie, I appreciate you so much. You don't even know how that was about to bother me for so long until I found it. Yes, that's right. Yes. Walk. If I might be pronouncing it wrong, also, just bear with me. I'm sorry. Walk is a permanent, inalienable endowment of property for religious, pious, or charitable purposes under Islamic law. Donated assets, which can be land, buildings, or even cash, are held in trust and used to fund community benefits like mosques, schools, hospitals, graveyards, with the original property remaining intact for future use. Once established, the property cannot be sold, gifted, or inherited. It belongs to the community. Cali Bags, my guy. Let's go. Yes. There we go. It is. Then I'm gonna look this up because in India they had an amendment bill. But if it's in its original form, I think that would be so positive for some of our communities. Like if we did that, if we established that small, like it's about taking things from different understanding, different ideologies, different beliefs, different communities, different religions, different economies, that you can just piece together small things to build like what works here, what works there. That's why my original question was like, what government is working? It wasn't a rhetorical question or trying to be like trying to get a catch-22. It was really like, I was really like trying to get information from everybody about like what works and what government or economy that you think can work here if we piece it together. WAF is, I think the idea of WAF is incredible. Like if you had a daycare or if you had a grocery store or if you had a parking lot or whatever, and that shit was set up to generate money into the community. Oh man. But yep, that's it. That's what it is. I'm going to look more into it, but Callie, thank you. Thank you for saying that. And am I saying it correctly? WAF? WAF? What can India learn from America, the U.S. law? I'm about to look into all this. Yes, let's go. I'm about to go crazy on this shit. My brain, ADHD, I want to learn. I'm really trying to learn something and figure some shit out. But shout out to y'all, man. It's a blessing all the time. Every morning I get to spend with you guys is a blessing for me. Thank you guys for being in the chat. I forgot to take calls. I don't think anybody called in anyway. I don't have any missed calls anyway. But shout out to all y'all, man. It's blessings to everyone. All love all the time. Go out here into the world and be a blessing for somebody else out there that is in need of help. Keep your eyes open and pay attention to your neighbor, to your friends, your family, anybody in need of a good word to speak life into them, to just encourage them, to inspire, motivate. You never know who's watching. That can be inspired by you and motivated by the things that you're doing. It may be something that you think is small or it's little, but it may affect somebody in such a big way, in such a grand way, that we can change people's lives by the things that we do every day. Burnt Out says, remain teachable. That's a big deal. Remain teachable. We all don't know everything. We all don't have everything figured out. So I ask you guys questions so I can learn and become better and more knowledgeable on certain things. We are all in this together. This is the Ghetto Cafe, man. That's what this is. This is the Ghetto Cafe, and we are always in here supporting each other. It's all love all the time. We may agree, we may disagree, but what we are at is at the coffee table with each other. Let's meet at the coffee table and have these discussions. I forget who said coffee table, but that's what I'm talking about. We come and have our discussions at the coffee table, and we talk about these things that are uncomfortable, comfortable, whatever it is. What's on your mind, what's on my mind, and let's try to have an understanding. At bare minimum, let's have an open ear to listen. Let's make the goal to listen. The goal is to hear somebody out, to listen, and then have the discussion. Let's be listeners. Let's pay attention to what people are saying. Let's pay attention to what other people are going through across the world. Black and brown brothers all over the world, brothers and sisters all over the world, struggling right at the border, right in Mexico. How do we support that? How do we do that? It's scary, it's dangerous. It's dangerous, scary work because it's right there. And you up against evil. You up against greed. Once you start fighting against greed and evil, shit gets real. But that shit's right in our backyard, man. Let's start praying and having outcry and outrage for the people in our backyard, for our people. that they aren't shining light on. We have to do the light shining. We have to shine the flashlight and shine the light on where things are wrong. Because if we don't do it, they for sure ain't gonna do it. It's the things that we care about. It's the things that we love that we need to pay attention to and shed the light on. Nah, we're not gonna let you just treat us bad. We're not gonna just let you take out 132 of us and we're not gonna talk about it, or there's not gonna be some repercussions for your unjustly doing things, unfairly doing things. But it's all love all the time, man. I am Rios. This is the AM Wake Up Show with Rios, man. This is Coffee with Rios. #1 morning show in the whole wide world, Craig. The whole wide world, Craig. This is the Ghetto Cafe, the coolest, chillest, coldest chat in the whole wide world. We talk about all kinds of things. Please like, please subscribe. If you've never been here before, that's who I am. I'm Rios, man. We just in here trying to get a good word in, try to talk about reality, talk about some shit that we all are going through. Hey, what do you think about this? What do I think about this? What do we think about this? Can we come together and help? And I think we're doing big things here in the Ghetto Cafe with communication and the conversations that we're having. Lickety Locky. Lickety Locky. Shout out to you, man. Shout out to everybody who's in here. The Ghetto Cafe, man. We do 2 hours every morning. And just so y'all know, Syndicate is twice a week now. The Syndicate is twice a week, Monday and Friday. Friday, 6:30 is going to be lives. Monday, pre-records that we're going to put out. We're going to do 1 pre-record and 1 live every week. So we're going to try to stay consistent with that. We're going to do pre-record Monday, going into the week with a pre-record and ending the week with a live event, with a live show. Let me know what you guys think about that. How you feel about doing the Monday thing. Monday pre-record and Friday lives. 2 times a week with the Syndicate. Me, Manny, and Fred are going to be doing the Syndicate twice a week. Pre-record, I'm not sure what time we're going to drop it today. I got to see what the schedule is for everybody else that is be dropping stuff and try to drop it when it's not direct competition where people can't see it. But yeah, so just get with it. From this point on, finishing the year twice a week with the Syndicate. And I think you guys deserve it, because we've had so many gaps in our drops, our lives, our pre-records, whatever it is. But if you guys like it, I love it. So Mondays and Fridays, start the week with a pre-record, talking about whatever we're talking about, get it out the way. And then Friday, we close the week out with a live. I think that's dope. Open the week with a pre-record and close out the week with a live. Drop after community. Icky Ricky, what time does community usually start? What time does community usually start and what time do they usually end? Or before 12? I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do Mondays before 12 because we're gonna start recording probably like around 10. I don't know. Five. They're usually done around 5. So maybe we'll be 6 every day. Monday 6 and Friday 6. So 6:30 a pre-record Monday, 6:30 live on Friday. Y'all about to get a double dose of the Syndicate, y'all. Monday lives is better. They start 5-hour time? Community starts at 5. Okay, I got to figure it out. We'll figure it out. But whenever community goes off tonight, if you guys are watching community, Syndicate is going to come on right after community. Syndicate will come on right after community. I'll be watching community. And as soon as that ends, I'm going to drop Syndicate. We're going to record it today. We're going to drop today. So Syndicate, as soon as community is over today, if you guys are in here, spread the word, whatever. I'm going to try to promote it, do my thing, put a post out. But as soon as community is off, we're going to drop Syndicate right after community. Yeah, I was thinking Fridays was better for lives also. I was thinking Fridays was better for lives going into the weekend, just chopping it up. And then we're going to start bringing people, like the lives, we're going to start bringing people into the lives because I told you the studio is already set up. Got to start putting the furniture and everything out there, get the internet. Oh, he talking about East Coast time. My bad. So 5 Cali bags time. We'll see. We'll figure it out. But all right, y'all, I'm out. Let's go. Appreciate y'all, man. Ghetto Cafe, stand up, man. Y'all are amazing. Community starts at 1. So okay. All right, man. We out of here. Peace out. I thought I was out of here.
Cafe in the building, steam rising from the stove. We switching lanes, they don't want it, they just pose for the smoke. If it's about that coffee, we got the roast and the toast. Shots fired from the French press, let it drip slow and boast. Mornings on the west, sun low, but the grind stay woke. Ghetto Cafe, steam in the breeze. Cruising through dreams with a mug and some peace. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. No drama, just cream, we deliver with ease. On the coast where the light never leaves. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow. Coffee with Rios, pour it up slow. Steam in the city while the sun lay low. Coffee with Rios, starting the show. Sip real smooth, let the wisdom flow.